It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Brooklyn Nets. So for Brooklyn, their last game, a loss to Los Angeles. They'd won 6 in a row before that. Still the team playing with a lot of confidence as they enter tonight's game. And in tonight's matchup, we'll get to watch AI. Went undrafted out of college, even after leaving early. Shaq, how did every team pass up on this guy?
I have a confession, Ernie.
Oh. Are you going to answer my question, or are you going to do a confession?
I have a confession.
Okay.
I want to hear this.
On social media, they called me a liar. I confess, I am a liar. So can I be honest right now?
Yeah.
I can be honest.
Yes.
Honestly, he wasn't ready. It's hard to draft a guy who needs that much development, and that's the truth and nothing but the truth.
That sounded like partly an answer and partly like some kind of a cathartic, kind of a getting something off your chest.
I don't know what cathartic means, but if that's good, then yeah.
It was cleansing for you.
We'll just say cleansing. Always using those big words.
Yeah, sorry. Can't hide that. Look, I went to the University of Georgia, and I can't hide it.
Cathartic.
I like cathartic, but a lot of great players in the NBA have gone undrafted. You got Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ben Wallace.
Yeah.
Jeremy Lin. The list goes
Boy, it must have been very boring. They started playing the music before you were done.
No.
All right, guys, listen up. I need your attention for a minute. Got a very special guest here with me today. That's right, he don't even need an introduction. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now listen, Kareem is gonna be working with the team as a special advisor over this season, all right? That means individual attention for each of you. But before we go out here and win this game, I wanted him to say a few words to you guys. Take it away, big dog.
Thanks, Coach. I've been watching what this team has done to start the season, and there's a lot to like. But one of the main things I want to stress to you guys, to each one of you, is how important it is to find balance in your life. Being a professional athlete isn't easy. So you've got to remember to explore the world off the court every chance you get. Go to the library, read a book, educate yourself, and it'll make a difference for you on the court. I promise you that.
Yes, believe me, guys, that's some great advice, all right? I urge you to take everything this man is saying to heart. He ain't a 6-time champ for nothing. Balance is key. So with that being said, let's focus up, let's go out here and let's win this game, okay? Let's go, come on.
Let's do it.
Listen, AI, you know, I've heard your story. I know where you've been. You have all the potential in the world. But perhaps more than anyone else on this team, you need to be careful not to get caught up in all the off-court distractions. Don't worry about things like fame and branding. Those will come. Focus your time and energy on expanding your mind and worldview. The key to being a true champion is not just physical, but mental and spiritual. Basketball will end one day, but life continues on.
I mean, I hear you, and I appreciate that, but Kareem, I'm still a rookie. You know, I still got plenty of time to think about these things later on, right?
You know, life comes on you real fast, AI. Let me leave you with a quote, something for you to think about. The mind is a gemstone that transforms the body from a circle to a ring.
Huh. Deep, ain't it? Keep your mind on the court, boy. Off that phone. Let's go, Kareem.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
I just want to say I really appreciate you coming in and talking to my team. Thank you so much.
Hope I can be of some help.
Yeah, it means a lot.
The Nets come into an Eastern Conference contest in this game. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. The Miami Heat come into tonight's game after losing earlier in the season in their last game against the Brooklyn Nets.
And on an ordinary night, guys, I think they would have come out on top. That's just how well they played, but they happened to catch an opposing team at the very top of their game.
I'd venture to guess, Greg, that if that game was played in their building instead of on the road, they win it.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, thank you very much. Now, if the name AI sounds familiar, in China, he dropped a massive highlight reel jam on Corey Harris, and it went viral. That notoriety landed AI a spot in the G League, and from there, it was onward and upward. It is true that one shot can really change your life. Guys?
David, as always, thank you. I remember seeing that dunk. Wow.
And that was the talk of the basketball world for a minute. I remember seeing for the first time and just wondering, who is this kid?
At this very early stage, we know players are still trying to gel with one another. But Clark, just how much can a team really change between the start of the season and the end of the season?
Kevin, it can be a night and day change in some cases because of injuries or change in personnel. Those things can show up during the course of a long season to make teams look totally different. And I think the changes that transpire with teams are usually more pronounced with younger teams because you can actually sometimes see those guys get better and better from week to week.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. AI is out there with Allen, and it's Carroll in at the small forward position. It's stolen by Allen. Ilgauskas against Olynyk. And it's Ilgauskas missing. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And how about the points they put up? I mean, they were aggressive. In fact, at times overwhelming.
Hey, I agree with you there. I mean, they were in a really nice flow, Greg. Seemed like they couldn't miss.
Just 4 to shoot. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Tell you what, Kevin, they will take that look every time. Limited defense, great shot. Just came up empty. You live with those.
They grab their own miss. Here's Carroll. Connects on the 9-footer. Carroll's got his first points in this one.
Great effort, terrific instincts. That's just solid all-around play, Kevin.
Rockets the pass to Wade. Fader on the way. Count the basket.
Boy, you got to admire the mid-range game of Wade. Has this area of the floor on lock. I mean, incredibly efficient from here.
Russell feeling it out a bit. And it's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Olynyk against Ilgauskas. 6 to shoot. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. And it's Miami's ball. Trailing by 4. There's the feed to Whiteside. And the shot goes down.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Allen kicks to Russell. Pass to LeVert. And stolen by Richardson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
And, you know, last season the Nets saw a lot of improvement as a group, in large part due to several talent jumps by players on their roster. Organic development, we call that. Overall, just great growth from the young group on the Nets.
Here's LeVert. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Clippers. Ilgauskas dishes to Russell.
And it's Carroll in the corner.
Shot clock at 6. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
It's the Nets now. After the miss from Goran Dragic, there's the pass to Russell. Allen trying to break free, and Russell gets it to go.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Wade finds Whiteside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Wade, good. Wade's got his second basket of the night.
And he's built more like a linebacker than a point guard, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and he's certainly put his time in the weight room. No question about that.
Now, here is Russell. Last time out, he had 13 points. Out to AI. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the Heat. Richardson with it. Pass to Wade. To the inside. Olynyk can't hit.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
LeVert showing you can rise up from deep, a quality shooter when given room to fire.
And here are the Heat now, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Passes to Wade. The rebound by Ilgauskas. Nets leading by 4. Russell from long range. Good on the triple. Russell's got 5.
He can knock it down from range, convert at the rack, and there you see the pull-up by D'Angelo. Multifaceted as a scorer.
Now, here's Whiteside. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Lakers.
Yeah, but you can't talk about his performance without mentioning what he did defensively in terms of shot blocking. He was a force of nature.
Here's Russell. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Shoots over Dragic. And that one goes long.
Cannot give him that much room from mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
Took him no time at all on that one. He's got 6.
And you got to like the touch there from Wade inside. A polished interior scorer who knows how to get to his sweet spot.
Now, here is Ilgauskas. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
Kudos to him for his energy, especially on the glass where he was an absolute beast.
Now here's Dragic. After the miss from Chris Webber. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Back to Dragic. Baseline J on the way. Off the left rim and out. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 3-point game. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with you. And you know how optimistic and positive I am. But it's hard for me to find anything positive to take away from that. That's a game you just want to forget about as soon as you can.
Now, here is Russell. 5 points in the game. Fader on the way. Ilgauskas, good. Ilgauskas has got 6.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Dragic against Russell. And Allen with the block. Here's Dinwiddie. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Winslow, the pass to Wade. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Nets leading by 5. Launches it. That shot, no good. And Miami the other way now.
And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A second-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China. He even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat.
And Miami making a change here. Waiters is checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Davis is checked in for Allen. Harris comes in for Damari Carroll, and Shabazz Napier subbed in for Russell. Nets have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. And Whiteside in 2016 receiving a 4-year max contract break from the Heat.
Amazing how far he's come. Set the franchise record for most blocks in a game. And pretty impressive when you think of the big men who've played for the Heat. We're talking Lonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal, no less.
And so here is Miami. After the basket by Brooklyn, a nice shot by Winslow.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Winslow against Harris. Fades away. Ilgauskas, good. Ilgauskas has got 8.
And I think they're winning because of him. I mean, he's hitting a lot of his shots right now.
Now here's Dragic. 23 points for him the last game against the Lakers. The jump hook, right side, good. He's got 8.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Ilgauskas, good.
He's been turned up this quarter, showing a lot of confidence and sinking a lot of his shots.
To the inside, Adebayo, and Davis pulls it down. Nets leading by 6. Here's Dinwiddie. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 13 feet away. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. And the Nets also making a change. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for AI. New group getting ready for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Olynyk comes in for James Johnson. Richardson, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Goran Dragic. Olynyk down low with Whiteside. D-Wade out there with Winslow. And it's Richardson in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Whiteside, high post. Winslow finds Wade. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Russell passes to LeVert. At the elbow, it's AI. Shoots a fader. Rebound by the Heat. Whiteside's got his 6th rebound on the night. Wade against Russell. Feeds to Whiteside. And it's good for 2. Whiteside's got 10 points in the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Russell kicks to Ilgauskas. Pass to LeVert. Outside Russell. Allen up top. Richardson against Carroll. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Justice Winslow. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 8 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
And here's Richardson after D'Angelo Russell hitting the 3. Carroll against Richardson. Back to Wade. Shot from 16. Rebounded by the Nets.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
It's the Nets now after Dwayne Wade's miss. Russell left side. Shoots over Olynyk, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Looking good, D'Angelo. Very smooth in your motion.
Timeout called, the Heat. Clark, we all know you are one of the best players and maybe the greatest high school class ever. Guys who are now in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. What a list of names and great players.
Yeah, terrific players, and proud and privileged to be part of that class. 1979 is what you talk about. Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Terry Cummings. I could go on and on and on, but obviously some of those guys, Hall of Famers, and distinguished not just in what they did in high school and college and the pros, but in how many of them have lived their lives off the court too.
Here is Whiteside after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Lets it go from 11. Olynyk can't hit. Nets leading by 15. LeVert the pass to Ilgauskas. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Olynyk. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
Wade kicks to Richardson. Fires from the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Richardson's got his first 2 points of the night. Russell against Richardson. Ilgauskas in the post. He's got 11. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10. The Heat trail by 15. Richardson kicks to Winslow. The pass to Wade. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
That free throw good from Wade.
Man, the confidence and flair that Wade plays with, uniquely his own. A dynamite two-guard who is also a clutch performer.
Now, here is Russell. 10 points for him. Nailed from three-point land. Russell's got 13 points.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Excellent D there from Allen.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time. Liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
Count that bucket. Carroll's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Now here's Wade. Offensive rebound. Whiteside dishes to Olynyk. Goes up again. Whiteside, no good.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
LeVert goes back up, and Allen with the nice bucket inside. And the Nets lead by 19.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Chalk up 2 there. That's 12 points for Hassan Whiteside.
Boy, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
Russell passes to Ilgauskas. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Richardson. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Nets.
And we can see pretty even there between the guards and the bigs. That kind of balanced production has what's helped them craft this huge lead.
Now here's Dragic. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on D'Angelo Russell. The Heat have had an off night from the stripe tonight. That free throw, no good. You're always looking for guys with confidence, but then some guys maybe go a little bit too far with that element, and the efficiency level will drop below their talent level. There are guys that can be swayed by that.
Yeah, you're right, and it's a mixed bag with those kind of guys because the talent is always on display, and it's hard not to appreciate it, but the inconsistency is frustrating. Perhaps the guy who maybe best epitomizes that is Lance Stevenson, because when he's good, he can give you a lot of stuff at both ends. When he's sideways, he can hurt you a little bit too.
And he makes that one.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
LeVert the pass to Ilgauskas. Kicks it to Allen. Olynyk against Ilgauskas. The shot from the low post is good. Ilgauskas has got 19 points.
And beginning to pull away. Really effective play calling halfway through this.
Well, you know, you got to give them credit. I mean, they flipped the switch, and they're not looking back now.
Wade can't hit.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
For Brooklyn, they have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Bam Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and it's Waiters in for Winslow.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Waiters no luck. Nets leading by 22. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for the matchup with the Jazz, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best. And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Now, here's Napier. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Ilgauskas. That one, no good. And the Heat going the other way now. Here's Wade. It's hauled in by Harris. Brooklyn's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
Hey, the unselfishness there by Dinwiddie, you love it. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
And here's Dragic. He kicks it to Wade. Takes the turnaround J. Can't hit that one. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what has to happen to pull out the win?
Well, we have to play through some of the tough times, okay, whether it's a missed call or whether missed shots. This is a passionate game, and we got to stay the course.
We'll see what happens. Thanks, Bo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, I mean, he really gave them a boost in that first half, shot way above his average.
Exactly, Greg. And, you know, when he's scoring like this, they're tough to stop.
Setting the floor for the Nets. LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Allen is out there with AI, and it's Russell in at the 1 spot. Dragic finds Whiteside. Miami needs to get a shot off. Three-pointer, Wade. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Teardrop shot, and it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. A terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
First one falls for him. Brooklyn leading by 20. Now Russell. Pass to Allen. Ilgauskas in the post. He's against Olynyk, and the shot goes in. Ilgauskas has got 25 points.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, Greg, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
Here's Dragic after the made shot from Chris Webber. Just 4 to shoot. 14 feet away. No good from Dragic.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Wade kicks to Olynyk. Over Ilgauskas. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Olynyk's got his first bucket of the night. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to LeVert from downtown. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the paint. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
And, you know, guys, Wade is a terrific teammate, always willing to give up the ball and share the sugar, if you will, especially when his teammate is wide open.
Now, here is Russell. 13 points in the game. Pass to Ilgauskas. It's Carroll on the wing. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Brooklyn shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Free throw good, Ilgauskas. Here's Wade. He's got 16. Now a timeout called by Miami.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
A chance to check out AI here. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 2nd in scoring. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will. 2nd best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. Now here's Dragic. Wade surveying the D. Clock at 6 to the middle. It's stolen by Carroll. In transition, here come the Nets. Carroll's running. He feeds it to Allen. And stolen by Whiteside. Now, here's Wade. Tight defense on him. Outside Dragic. Just 5 to shoot. They get it again. And the jam by Whiteside.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now here's Carroll. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Ilgauskas. It's hauled in by the Heat.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Here's Richardson. That's tipped.
And, you know, a strong physical defender, when Carroll's in the area, he's got good timing to block shots.
AI outside. Reverses. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Ilgauskas. And that's 15 points for D'Angelo Russell. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Nets leading by 20. The pass to Carroll. Over to the wing. Dragic comes with the double team, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Brooklyn, 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3. And, of course, Miami, a half game back.
And when you look at Miami, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Now, here's Dragic. Inside, here's Whiteside. Another shot. And Allen with the block. It's off his foot, and it's whistled a kick. The Heat making a switch here. Winslow's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Amar'e Carroll, and Krabs subbed in for LeVert. Pass to Whiteside. Dragic against Russell. 5 on the clock. There's Winslow. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And it's Dragic with the ball for the Miami Heat. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Down low, here's Whiteside. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Hey, you can sink these with your eyes closed or blindfolded. So close, so deep inside. Great bucket.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. A different look for Miami. Bam Adebayo comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and it's Waiters in for Dwayne Wade. Davis is checked in for Brooklyn. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for D'Angelo Russell.
One shot.
Free throw, good, Whiteside.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
Here's Dinwiddie. To the inside. Here's Ilgauskas, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Outside, Dragic. Kicks it to Whiteside. Over Ilgauskas. A rebound by the Nets. Ilgauskas has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Boy, he's having a tough time right now. Seems like he's forcing his shot a bit to me, Kevin, not letting it come in the flow of the game.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks.
Well, I like the mindset of Kraft. You know, he plays with great pace, and he's reliable at shooting off the catch.
Dragic dishes to Whiteside. Adebayo passes to Waiters. Over Crabbe. Waiters no luck. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And Dion Waiters, midway through last season, finally had season-ending surgery on his left ankle. He had been trying to manage that injury since the season prior.
Yeah, it ended up losing out on a bonus of over $1 million, which was contingent on him playing 70 games. His play had fallen off, though, so quite possible he needed that surgery even before he suffered the setback.
Dragic drained for 2 points. Nets have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Dinwiddie kicks to Davis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
2 points, that one goes. 32 points for AI.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Waiters finds Winslow. Here's Adebayo. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Adebayo's got his second bucket.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Davis, the pass to Ilgauskas, and the jam by Ilgauskas.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Here's Dragic after the basket by Brooklyn. Waiters with the ball. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And that one drops for him. Dragic has got 4 points this quarter. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Dinwiddie dishes to Crabbe. He kicks to Ilgauskas. The Nets working the ball around now. It's Davis on the wing. Passes it to Crabbe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Waiters. Again, the Nets for 2.
Man, what a gifted shooter Crabbe is. That stroke looks good from anywhere.
Waiters passes to Winslow. Here's Dragic. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter. Here's Whiteside. From down in the low post, it goes. Whiteside's got 19 points.
That's just too easy. I mean, you can't let him post you like that.
Yeah, where's your fight? You got to show more fight than that.
Davis kicks to Dinwiddie. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And even though Spencer Dinwiddie had a breakout year, he felt that his time was long overdue.
Yeah, and in between the injury in college and kind of being buried on the bench, he's had to overcome a lot and has always believed in himself. And he feels when matched up head-to-head with most guards, he's going to come out on top. Showed exactly why he believes in himself so much with that breakout season in 2018.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. The Nets also changing it up. Harris comes in for AI, and Shabazz Napier subbed in for Crabbe. Good look for Miami. Olynyk, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Richardson comes in for Winslow, and Dwayne Wade subbed in for Waiters. And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Davis. AI comes in for Hollis Jefferson. LeVert's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Napier. With social media providing instantaneous news, Clark, players have to really watch what they say now. I mean, before they hit the send button.
Yeah, you got to pause before you peck, and you got to pause before you post. That's one of the things I would tell.
Well said. Well said.
That's what I would tell guys when I was talking about this landscape that they're in. Heavily scrutinized, and to the NBA players' credit, they've done a great job with social media. They're very visible, they're very accessible, they're well connected to the community through their platforms, but you do have to exercise some caution in how you go about your social media profile.
Wade and Richardson, the 2 wing. Johnson is out there with Kelly Olynyk, and it's Dragic in the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now, here's Ilgauskas. Here's Allen. Yep, that one goes.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Miami with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. Now, here's Wade. To the paint. And it's Johnson that time on the assist by Wade. Wade's got his 5th assist in this one. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Pass to LeVert. You know, there's always this debate, Clark. Could the best teams 20 years ago beat the best teams of today?
I think there would be some compelling matchups, and I think you would find winners on both sides from different eras. I really do. It's hard to compare just because of the difference in eras and periods, but really good championship teams typically could handle most teams in the current era. I believe that in all sports. So compelling matchups, and I do think some teams from a couple of decades ago could handle some of the teams that we see winning championships now.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. The feed to Ilgauskas. Allen surveying the D. Here's LeVert. Down low. It's stolen by Wade. Fast break. Here we go.
There we go.
There's the pass to Olynyk. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And Ilgauskas kicks to Russell. Over Dragic. Again, the Nets for 2.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now. There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
AI outside. Well, Clark, some G League salaries on the rise due to 2-way contracts.
Yeah, and I think some of it is a function, Kevin, of the league's prosperity and success as revenues continue to grow. But I don't think it's a handout. I mean, when these guys get called up to the NBA, they've got to continue to be ready to produce and contribute, because at the end of the day, it's about production if you're going to make your way into the NBA.
Shot clock at 6. Dragic gets the bucket.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
Russell against Dragic. Russell passes to LeVert. Inside. Allen dishes to Ilgauskas. Good D by Johnson.
Excellent concentration from the D. Intimidated the shooter, bothered him, distracted him, and made him think twice as he went in for that layup.
Top of the key, Harris. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Russell against Dragic. Pass to Olynyk. Now here's Wade. Richardson for 3. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Outside, Russell. We seem to see a lot of players request trades in the media, but Clark, you have to believe some teams were blindsided by this.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kevin, that teams have been blindsided on occasion. I don't like to see players operate that way, but I also understand sometimes the frustration that leads them to do so. But at the end of the day, I think it's part and parcel of the environment we're in and the nature of the business of the NBA. Sometimes players just aren't confident in what they hear directly, so they take other measures to voice their choice or displeasure.
Here's Dragic following the bucket by the Nets. And Olynyk kicks to Dragic. Wade outside, fires for 3. Offensive rebound, Olynyk. Excellent D there from Allen.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now, here is Russell to the middle. Here's Ilgauskas. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for Miami. Sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Passes it to LeVert. Back to AI. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And Karis LeVert is a very willing passer, somebody who's always looking to set up his teammates, actually focuses on doing that.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Olynyk. Jones comes in for Goran Dragic. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Dwayne Wade. It always seems the coaches get fired a lot, and there's kind of the rotating names there, but the GMs who hire them stay in place. What's your take on that?
Yeah, you know, it's fairly complex, Kevin. I don't know if we have enough time to delve in it effectively here, but my initial feeling is every circumstance is a little different, and sometimes it's a little easier to move the coach than the general manager for whatever reason. But there should be more accountability for GMs, not just for who they draft, but also who they hire as coaches. So I'm mixed, but I kind of understand why sometimes the coach is a little more readily expendable.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And making the right plays when necessary, closing out this club for the second time this season. This victory gives them a 2-0 lead with 2 left against the Heat.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for AI.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got. Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
And Greg, you know how hard it is to win on the road, but they seem to have this one firmly in control and have been very impressive today.
So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
AI, do you have a second to answer some questions for Griff?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, AI. You really blew him out of the water tonight. What does it mean to not only get a win, but one in such a convincing fashion?
Hey, thanks, Griff. I mean, it was definitely a team effort. You know, sometimes you can win if it's a close game and 1 or 2 of you guys are off, but you don't get results like tonight unless everybody is absolutely bought into the game plan and fully locked in.
Well, then I'd say you were fully locked in. It was an impressive game by any account.
Thank you, thank you. Now we just gotta come out and do it again in the next game.
Best of luck with that.
Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, everyone. Let's move on. Thanks, AI.